EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
19-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays and send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Now second and
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
a gain of 3. It's third and 7.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Not the way they wanted to begin things yet. The interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Aaron Jones.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A 1st down run here by Jones as he'll take it forward for a gain of about 4.
To Aaron Jones.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
1st and goal.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Rolling to his right. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Packers 7, Lions 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Swift.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
A gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Double team, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give to Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Lions' 36-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Packers 7, Lions 3.
On 2nd down, Williams. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers going to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. That is incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Touchdown.
Josiah DeGuara there to make the grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Score Packers 14, Lions 3. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
1st and 10.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, here's Stafford. A slant to Jones. Stafford, 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a third down. Now Stafford will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. 14. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of 20.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches. 2-minute drill.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. The give is to Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. He can run, and it's a touchdown for the Packers.
Touchdown.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
The CD, taking a step back. We're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there. Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some...
Stafford for the third time is intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Mercedes Lewis.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Taken in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Handoff comes to Peterson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
He was covered.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Well, they do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Field goal, a 52-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He's going to air one out. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And they'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 41. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, let's go back to the start of this
season talk, Charles, we talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate. At home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. And then how about the Rams going on the road this week and beating Philadelphia and decisively? This looks like a Rams team that finished 9-7 last year. It has designs on challenging for the division title. And one other team I would throw in there is a little bit of a surprise, just by how it's gone down. How about Atlanta? I know it's tough against Seattle, tough against Dallas. Seattle was at home, but they got jumped on by Seattle. And in the Dallas game, they just gave away. That's a team that should be at worst 1-1 right now. Now looking at 0-2 and have a lot of questions.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. To throw again. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Rodgers pass complete.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. So not